Hello, my name is Tracy.
And my name is Mary Kate. We work at Regency Park Library, a branch of the Pasco County Library System. Tracy is the regional branch manager at the library, and I'm the branch manager.
Our presentation today covers culinary literacy in public libraries, with a focus on how we've worked to improve culinary literacy at our own library through our test kitchen makerspace. We'll briefly introduce you to our library system and all of its makerspaces, then dive into how we determined our community could use a test kitchen makerspace, what the makerspace looks like in terms of space and equipment, and programming we do in the makerspace. We'll also discuss the funds we needed to achieve our level of culinary literacy success and how your library can strive to do the same on any budget. Let's get started.
We're a public, county-funded library system that serves Pasco County, part of the Tampa Bay area. Pasco County is a rapidly expanding county in terms of population. It has seen a 15.93% jump in population from 2010 to 2018, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. The Pasco County Library System includes 7 branch libraries. An 8th branch library is currently under construction, with a 9th branch library in the works. All 7 of our existing branch libraries are either in the process of being remodeled or being prepared for remodeling. This is possible due to the November 2018 passage of a general obligation bond that granted $18.6 million for the refurbishment of county libraries. Once the remodeling process is complete, each branch library will have its own makerspace. Most branches already have their own now. Our makerspaces play a large role in achieving the goals set forth in our 2018 to 2021 strategic plan, fostering culture, building community, and embracing innovation.
The current makerspaces include the Foundry at the Land O'Lakes Library. The Foundry features a complete wood shop, sewing machines and craft center, and computers for coding and game creation.
Studio H at the Hudson Regional Library is a multimedia recording studio that allows users to create music, videos, podcasts, and photos. It provides free access to recording equipment and software, in addition to a variety of musical instruments.
The Creation Station is a makerspace at the Hugh Embry Library. This space is designed to allow children in grades 2 through 5 to explore, tinker, play, and create with colors, shapes, textures, and materials.
The Community Garden at the New River Library works closely with the County Cooperative Extension and the Master Gardeners to be a complete gardening resource. It includes a covered outdoor learning center and scheduled activities for all ages to encourage the love of gardening.
Coming soon at the Centennial Park Library, which is currently undergoing its remodel, there will be a brand new makerspace that explores the studio arts.
And finally, the Regency Fresh Test Kitchen at the Regency Park Library. In this makerspace, we focus on the culinary arts by holding cooking demonstrations, nutrition classes, and hands-on cooking activities.
Before we settled on the test kitchen makerspace, we did a little work and research to help us determine what type of makerspace would be valued in our community. In order to assess our community's needs and wishes, we used a few tools to get feedback. One of the tools we used was a focus group. The focus group session needs to be moderated by a non-biased moderator. We had actually hired a consultant, and it was this consultant who ran our focus groups. We were present for the discussions, but we took no part in them. The moderator is there to facilitate discussion. Some of the topics and questions that our moderator asked the focus group included: how do you currently use the library? What new services, events, programs, or partnerships would enhance your library experience? What is the role of the library in the community now and in the future? And what resources would be helpful for business or academic skill development and personal fulfillment?
We held 3 different focus groups during our assessment. The first was made up of library patrons and friends of the library. There were about 15 participants in this group, ranging in age from teen to senior. The second focus group was made up of community stakeholders, including the county administrators and other leaders from various community organizations, such as schools, veteran services, and the health department. Library staff and volunteers made up the third focus group.
In addition to the focus groups, another tool that we used to gauge community interest was a survey, which was also developed by the consultant. It ran for about a month at the beginning of the summer in 2017. A link to a digital version of the survey was posted on the library's website. We also shared that link on our social media pages. There were paper copies available in the library and also in a few other community spaces. The survey consisted of 8 questions and included lists of activities and tools, asking respondents to mark off the ones that would interest them. It also asked if anyone had a skill or talent that they would be willing to share with others in the form of leading a library program.
This graph shows the results from the survey. Food preparation and cooking tools was an area of interest chosen by 33% of respondents. These results, coupled with the feedback from the 3 focus groups, led us to the decision to build a makerspace that focused on promoting culinary literacy.
We spent approximately $6,500 on consulting to help our library system hold focus groups, develop our survey, and provide a report of recommendations based on all of our branches' current spaces. If you have a lower budget, your library staff will need to be more directly involved in those processes. You can use Google Forms to develop the electronic version of your survey and promote it on your website and social media pages. You can also find a non-biased volunteer to run your own focus groups. If you have a higher budget, you can hire a consulting firm like we did. There are a wide range of topics with which your consulting firm can assist you. You can also invest in software like SurveyMonkey or Qualtrics to develop the electronic version of your survey. Finally, you can use paid advertising to recruit individuals for your focus groups and promote your survey. Focus on advertising on social media, as well as in local digital and print media markets and local radio and TV markets.
The survey results and focus group input showed that a kitchen and access to cooking tools was a high priority for patrons, stakeholders, and staff. PCLS administration determined that Regency Park Library was the best branch in the system to house a test kitchen, and work began.
Once work was completed, we had a shiny new test kitchen makerspace to show off. Here are some pictures of the space.
We started out with a kitchenette and a closet off of our existing meeting room. With some minor construction, we combined the 2 rooms. A double convection oven was installed, along with a dishwasher, a full-sized fridge, and a new microwave and double sink. An existing set of double doors was cut in half horizontally to create a set of Dutch doors. We spent approximately $4,000 just on renovating the space. If you have no budget for renovations, you can still hold food programs using a current space and/or a kitchenette with room for basics, like a microwave and sink. Focus more on mobile kitchen equipment that you can either store in the kitchenette or somewhere else in your library while it's not being used. If you have more money, we'd recommend going the commercial grade kitchen route if your stakeholders and higher-ups approve. You'll need things like a grease trap and a 3-compartment sink, but you'll be able to let local restaurants, chefs, or bakers use the space, which will help you immensely in developing community partnerships.
Here are pictures of our fixed equipment, which includes a regular-sized dishwasher, a double-door fridge with a freezer drawer, and double convection ovens.
We spent approximately $5,000 on our fixed equipment. If you have a lower budget, you could make things work with a focus on mobile equipment. You could also use a fridge or freezer that you already have in your building. If you have a higher budget, you can purchase fancier fixed equipment that will up the professional level of your kitchen enticing local businesses and patrons alike to visit. We'd recommend an industrial dishwasher, a commercial gas range, convection oven and microwave, and separate double-wide fridges and freezers.
Here are pictures of some of our mobile equipment, including a custom demo cart with a mirror and storage built to fit in our makerspace when we're not using it. Our mobile equipment also includes things that are not pictured here, like an induction cooktop and basic kitchen appliances, such as a blender and a mixer. We also have some specialty items, like an Instant Pot, sous vide, and a pizza peel. Of course, we have pots and pans and other basic kitchen equipment as well.
Our custom demo cart cost approximately $1,500. It's convenient because you can plug appliances into it and use it anywhere in the library. We spent approximately $3,500 on the rest of our mobile equipment. If you have a lower budget, this is the area you want to splurge in compared to the space and fixed equipment categories. Mobile equipment will be relatively inexpensive compared to the cost of remodeling your space or purchasing large pieces of fixed equipment, so you should be able to stretch your budget more. Focus on things like a basic demo cart, even if it's not custom, a microwave, a toaster oven, an induction cooktop, etc. Don't forget pots and pans. They'll need to be induction cooktop compatible if you get an induction cooktop. You'll also want the basics, like cutting boards, utensils, and more. If you have a higher budget, we recommend purchasing higher quality items. You can also consider purchasing multiples of items, so they can be used as sets for classes.
A little while after the work was completed and all the equipment had been purchased, we officially named our makerspace Regency Fresh Test Kitchen and held a grand opening ceremony. The grand opening ceremony occurred in October 2019. Here are some pictures of the space in action during that ceremony, along with a picture of the ribbon cutting and logo for the space.
In-person adult cooking programs we've hosted in the past include the following series: Cultural Cooks, Not Your Mama's, Cookin' It Keto, the Explorers series, and Books and Bites. We've also hosted several one-off programs, including demonstrations by professional chefs. Future adult programs we'd like to try when we're back to in-person programming include farm-to-table cooking. We'll have a community garden at the library after our upcoming remodel. Another adult program that we were in the process of piloting before COVID-19 is a partnership series focused on healthy cooking for families and seniors with our local University of Florida Extension office. Here are pictures from our Cookin' It Keto series, a Groovy Smoothies program, our Cultural Cook series, our Explorers series, and a sous vide program.
In-person youth cooking programs we've hosted in the past include the following series: Delicious Dishes, Cook-a-Book, and Cook and Craft. We've also hosted several one-off programs. Future youth programs we'd like to try when we're back to in-person programming include ones focused on healthier food options and ones focused on more advanced skills for youth who are interested in pursuing culinary arts as a career. Here are pictures from our Delicious Dishes and Cook-a-Book series.
In March, we adapted our cooking programs to a virtual format due to COVID-19. We create step-by-step demo videos of how to make recipes. These videos are recorded either in our kitchen at the library or at home using borrowed mobile equipment from our kitchen. We post them on our social media pages. Occasionally, we provide take-home kits with pre-packaged ingredients at our branch that patrons can pick up to use as they follow along with our videos. Here are screenshots of posts of various virtual cooking programs we've done since March. We're also making links to videos of both in-person and virtual cooking programs available. They're posted in the description of this YouTube video. The links we'll have there will be for one in-person adult cultural cooks program, one virtual adult United Tastes of America program, and 2 virtual tween delicious dishes programs. The amount of money we spend on each program varies based on the recipes staff members choose. For in-person programs, we try to keep each program's cost between $25 and $50 on average, depending on how many patrons we expect to attend. Sometimes costs are lower if we already have ingredients we need on hand. For virtual programs, if the dish is made and filmed in the branch, we only make what staff members will be able to eat later. Therefore, virtual programs cost less, around $5 to $15 each. Our library system provides us with a yearly MAKERSPACE budget of $5,000 to use however we'd like. Our branch's Friends of the Library group purchases supplemental items for us as needed. If you have a lower budget than we do, try starting a community garden so you can have fresh ingredients on hand. You can also stock up on staples and commonly used items like food-safe gloves from discount retailers such as Costco, Sam's Club, or local restaurant supply stores. Finally, if your Friends of the Library group can hold fundraisers or sales, hold some or some additional ones to raise money to obtain more supplies for programs. If you have a higher budget than we do, feel free to provide all your patrons at in-person programs with full servings of items that are made during demonstrations. You can also give each patron supplies to make their own individual dishes during in-person or virtual classes. Additionally, branch out and try some programs featuring higher-end cuisine or ingredients that might be costlier, such as vegan and gluten-free items. That's all we have for today. We hope you enjoyed our presentation. If you have any questions about what we discussed, feel free to email either of us. Our email addresses are listed here.
You can also contact us via our library system's website or through our branch's Facebook or Instagram pages. That information is also available here.
Thank you for watching.